Hello friends, my name is Dr. Supriya and today let us discuss about a remedy that is Drosera rotundifolia. It's otherwise called as sundew. And as you can see this picture, it's a very beautiful plant which is very low lying to the ground so that it can attract the insects very easily, and it has got beautiful ruby colored hair like structures, and on top of it there are few secretions, and they are very sticky secretions, and when the sunlight falls on it it just shines and it glares, so that's why the name sundew. So moving on, this remedy got its popularity during the epidemic of whooping cough, but in current scenario it is mostly given for spasmodic cough. So, so whenever we say that there is a spasmodic cough, there are other two things which are always associated. That is the retching and the vomiting. We'll come to it, and we'll know why there is retching and vomiting. And again, it is also indicated in tubercular laryngitis and bone affections. That is tubercular bone affections. So little bit about the vagus nerve. As we said, it is useful in spasmodic cough. So the spasmodic cough is mainly because of the stimulation of the vagus nerve. As you can see in this picture, the vagus nerve comes from the brain, more so from the brain stem. It branches down and it supplies the larynx, it supplies the trachea, goes down, supplies the lungs. As you can see in the second picture, it also supplies the stomach and the organs of digestion. So when there is spasmodic cough, all these parts are simultaneously stimulated. So homeopathically, if you read the symptom, cough coming from deep down in the chest and the impulses of which follow one another so violently that he can hardly get his breath. Crawling in the larynx provokes coughing and cough ending in vomiting. So this is an exact picture of a vagus stimulation. So there is crawling in the larynx, then there is cough, then the stimulation goes down where there is feeling of breathlessness. Again, the again stimulation goes down where it supplies the digestive organs. So there is retching and vomiting. So it's very important to know Drosera. It is a remedy for spasmodic cough, and this is the pathology behind it. And we know the important trigger of Drosera is when you lie down um, on the bed and the patient start coughing. This could be because of the stimulation of the vagus nerve, and also when the patient talks, there is paroxysms of cough. And coming to the next slide, it is very best suited in a tubercular child. Okay, a child having a tubercular diathesis. So, a case scenario where a marasmic or emaciated child who gets spasmodic cough, and because of spasmodic cough, he keeps on vomiting whatever is taken. Again, there is loss of weight, and this cycle continues. Okay, so this is a very good indication for Drosera. And Drosera can also be related to few other tubercular bone remedies like Silesia, tuberculinum, calcarea fos. So we might get cases where we feel like child is either Silesia, tuberculinum, calcarea fos, but sometimes we fail to help them. You can think of Drosera here. And the author mentions a case also in this book where the young girl, she had tubercular bone disease, which was not treated by any other medicine. Even tuberculinum 30 was given with no success. Finally, they gave Drosera 30 with a lot of good results. And the potency, as you know, Hahnemann always stressed that Drosera should not be given repeatedly. It should be given in single dose in 30th potency because it's a very potent remedial drug. Even if it's a plant, it's a very potent drug. But this author has said that even with 30 potency, if you get results, you can later go for a higher potency, that is 200 potency. That's it for today. Thank you.